Alright. Hey troops! Zender here, back again for another stream. I figured now would be a good time to continue on the storyline. I'm sure that if you guys are following my channel, you will have seen that I just unlocked Jean, which is really exciting for me. Definitely one of the cool characters of Mondstadt, so nice to have her, nice to being able to use her abilities. But yeah, it is time to continue the main campaign.
Onwards.
Let's go.
We have work to do.
I believe that's a ballista that they were talking, that they're wanting us to look for.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand.
Oi.
That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong ballista.
Hey,
One
Florrie.
just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Why am I still doing that? Because I'm wanting to do the main campaign on stream. I know I'm very far behind, very far behind,
post?
but
Here, post.
yep. I remember you talking about how you've been wanting her, Jean. Maybe it's not up here. Fly post. Nope. In this circle somewhere. I would think that it would be this, but how do I... Oh yeah, it is this. White arrow right there. Okay. So now question is... Oh. There we go.
These parts look useful. One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
I mean, with what we grabbed, I'm impressed that they were able to fix the bow of the ballista.
Ooh. Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Over here we have nothing. And over there, more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh,
So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just good manners.
Ha! Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders, old man.
that's the leader. It looks more like the lieutenant.
This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its own.
I mean, if Chi-Chi is a good healer, then Chi-Chi is a good healer. Heyo! How's it going, Nippy? Been a while.
Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already gone and repaired it! The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces! And that's if you get out of this alive!
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior. It is not we who need reprimanding, but you.
What? Why are you going up? Wait, stop climbing!
I taste
Jeez.
blood.
Ready, steady, go!
Oh, since when did they have an archer friend? Goodbye.
Keep back!
Stop climbing! Stop climbing! Zippy! What?
Should replace my hammer.
The hunter becomes
Oh,
hunted.
great. Oh, shoot. Alright. Get up.
Let the show begin.
Keep back!
I tried to not fall again, but it'll be rather difficult if they fall again. Just gotta make sure I don't knock them off again! Hey, Yippee, what were you saying?
Let's dance.
Barbados, guide us.
Fine, you want to go?
No one escapes my sights.
Have a good one, Yippee.
I'll protect us.
Why'd I do that?
That tingle? Fry!
Keep back!
Let the show begin.
Have a little taste.
I taste blood.
That tingle?
No escape.
That tingle? Have a little taste.
Cute.
No one
Oh, wait,
escapes my
that's not.
sights. Go, go, Baron Bunny. Let's dance.
Wrong test subject.
Keep back! Keep back! You're open! Keep back!
Wind, hear me.
Jab is strong. You're open! You're open! You're open!
Let it
I taste blood.
You're open! You're open! You're open! You're open!
Get that guy out of the way.
You're open! Keep back! You're
Stop
open!
coming.
You're open! You're open! Keep back! You're open! You're open!
Okay.
Huh. These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
I like how I still got Barbara's water circle going around me.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
Oh yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong Ballista working, but where's our Coca Goat?
A search using the Guizhong Ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means... Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something positive, right?
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy, explain that we could not find a Coco Goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
Okay. Hey, Chi-Chi.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi, okay.
Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Chi-Chi, do you have any other clues?
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Ah, here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child.
Have a good one,
And
Flory.
perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and... So how are you supposed to predict anything? Literally no one could have seen this coming.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
It's time to tell you where coconut milk comes from.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
We all need to grow up sometime.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Hello?
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
Calling the snake medicinal ingredients? Okay.
What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi.
What?
Ah! The snake is speaking!
Nothing in Liyue surprises me anymore.
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent.
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last, things are finally starting to come together.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Oh, 3
You
million?
might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, but the
Yep,
Cheesy
well,
have taken
Paimon
it
said
over
it, not
for
me.
now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to
Wait,
make
is
that
he
much
finally
more.
thinking costs?
And as for Mr. Zhang Li, he's around 3 million short.
Did Zhongli actually think about money for once?
This is correct.
No
What
shame.
are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to child?
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future.
Oh.
If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Why? I feel like her head should probably be turning with his. That way it at least looks like she's partaking in the conversation and not just a piece of apparel.
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 mora.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million.
Let's do the math. So, yeah, that's like less than 0.1%.
Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, Little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Oh wait, that means that he's gonna be. Oh, I'm sorry, child.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope. What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the
Hello.
Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House? If not the Exuvia. I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
Okay. Can I? Yes. Oh, okay. I almost took the long way. Which honestly means that it would have been faster to... Ah, shoot. I tried speeding things up by going to a closer teleport, but instead I just wound up being further away.
Let's dance.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense. The completion of our preparations is not far off.
Whew, finally.
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far?
It's been odd. Okay, interesting. I'm sure we've been hitting the highlight.
Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself. As to remuneration for your help, I've decided to treat you to a meal.
Oh, is that only treating?
Yes, don't worry. I will remember to bring the Mora this time.
Heyo! How's it going, Galaxy?
Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole-in-the-wall, praised throughout Liyue.
Hole in the wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at third round knockout.
Ah, okay. I'm doing pretty good.
I smell rabbit.
Okay, so that's just the campaign achievements. Pardon me, Mondstadt Citizen coming through.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice.
Okay. So does this mean I can order wine this
I
time?
ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here. Great atmosphere.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out
Hello.
far and wide.
Ganyu, if I remember her name correctly. Oh,
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information?
Funny because I just unlocked her.
Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value. Merely grasping 1 or 2 of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom. Enough to stay a step or 2 ahead of your peers.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot.
Yeah.
Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the Rite of Dissension. Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person she is.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
Wait,
gotta go.
I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yue High Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you.
Secretary?
Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan.
Okay.
She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
Well,
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared. But we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still can't believe it. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
I always mind my manners.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh. We'll see you there.
All right. Okay. Oh wow, very high up.
can't keep up with me. Go, go! No escape! I'll protect us.
Okay, ouch.
Come on, we can do it. Go as one.
Keep back!
Bye!
Let's dance. Let the show be.
Alright. Ah, shoot. Okay. Huh?
Look up there. That's the Jade Chamber.
How do we get up there?
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
We should have asked that emissary.
Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Oh my.
Just what will we come across this time?
to me.
Oh. There we are.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber.
Maybe
Yes,
it's way
this
too.
must be the way. Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why?
The way up shouldn't be a secret
Or-
for.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? All right, let's follow your plan. Then we... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
No thanks.
Oh, right. This method does seem a bit unsafe.
Still, I do remember that the ballista had a
Oh,
scope.
that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Okay. Hold up. Oh. I was beginning to wonder exactly how far away from the ballista are we? And how did Paimon see the ballista from where we were? And dive bomb. Oh,
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
hollowed what now? These are the wilds around Mount Tianhen.
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us.
I'm quite sure that's not the case.
Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it?
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna leave Paimon to you. She's been a bit of a pest. She gets on my nerve quite frequently. I don't agree with her whole perspective of insulting you guys. I'm sorry about that. I do not agree with that. You can arrest her and leave me be. I'm just trying to find my way to the Jade Palace. Thank you. Have a good day. Paimon.
Let it rain. should. Huh? Steady as stone. I must leave no stone unturned.
I got this, guys.
No escape! Hey!
Wind blade.
Steady as stone.
Who goes there? Attack!
Go, go, no one escapes my sights. Let's dance.
Take the target alive! Lithic
I
Triad!
must leave no stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would. Let it rain.
Wind blade! Attack! Take this! Disappear! Tactical! Retreat! Take the target alive!
No escape.
Lithic Triad!
Go, go, Baron! Let the show be.
Wind blade! Attack! Who goes there? Take the target alive! Wind blade!
Let's dance. Time to clean up.
Lithic Triad! Attack!
Let it rain.
Disappear!
Let the show be.
Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
Eraser, no escape.
Lithic Triad. Yeah. Wind Blade. Take the target alive.
I'll protect us.
With the wind.
Hurricane!
Yeah. Yeah.
Let it rain.
Wind Blade.
As a good night should.
What's your level at again, Noel?
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly
Kuching,
appeared.
I thought it
They
was
seem to
Kitchen.
have designs on the Guizhong ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
We're just looking for the way to the Jade Palace. Or Jade Chamber.
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Thinking isn't that hard, Paimon.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was...
We only did a tiny part of the work there.
Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching.
Kitchen. Okay.
I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god.
Okay.
Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing?
Okay.
Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them.
Ningguang would prefer to negotiate, wasn't she?
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor?
Paimon, get serious.
But... Wait! That's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to respect Liyue's culture.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. And, well then, may we meet again, Traveler.
Okay.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
She made a good impression on me, too.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her?
You really have shifted focus.
Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift?
So, do you have a recipe?
Nope. But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
Oh, Paimon. I'm gonna have to, switch parties real quick. Actually, you know what?
We're going to hunt.
I wonder when I'll...
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Let the show begin.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance? Huh? Did you hear that?
No. It sounded like someone was singing.
No! That was definitely someone in trouble. It came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Ah.
Dodge this!
That's cheating!
Well,
La 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 la.
Keep back!
I was kind of hoping for a stealth mission, but
Keep back!
Get him! No escape!
You're up to assault! You're open!
Let's dance.
Have a taste of this! You're open!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Keep back!
I'll protect us.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
okay, cage key.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders. When their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Oi.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both.
There's really no
Don't
need.
say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Your goodwill is good enough for me.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations.
Oh, wow.
Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know.
That's quite a brag.
You can go see her whenever you require
Or
that
quite a
box.
boast.
Great! Paimon's sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful...
And he's like, sugar frosted slime? What? Okay. Oh. I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to go down there. feel like it's gonna be somewhere up there.
No excuse for you. Not breaking a sweat. This should be fun.
Oh, hello.
Not breaking a sweat.
Let's dance.
This shit
Killjoy! We've only just begun.
This is bad.
Get it together.
Put your
All you got.
isn't time for break.
Can't run.
What? What am I doing? What?
Be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Not breaking a sweat.
No one escapes my sights.
You can't run.
Let the show be.
For something. Put your back into it. No excuse for slacking.
Nothing up here.
Be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Time to work.
Serious? Probably means that he's back to full health.
You can't run.
And if that's not gonna cooperate with me, I better get out of here.
Let's dance.
And dive on. Spider-Man! Hello!
Hey there! A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Thank you.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
I am a little curious about, like, eating a gelatinous water slime, but... I guess maybe it could be sweet? I don't know. It sounds a little weird. Yeah, I'm not sold on it either.
Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
Maybe if they, like, filled the slime with, like, sweets or something that dissolved in, like a tame slime. Or, okay, so it is going to be up there. Aw. That's unfortunate. Oh hey, you can spiritually play Genshin through me. Right? That's how it works? Right? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I better pick some of these flowers while I'm here. Oh. Hello.
According to Kuching, this is what we should say.
Oh, cool.
Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
That's going to be important.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Jueyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
It's my first time coming to a place this high up. Well, not exactly, so... Nice place, this Jade Chamber.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Yes, it does not.
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Okay. It is. Ay, ay, ay. It is so difficult to find a balance between voice and audio, because you don't want to make the game too quiet, otherwise your viewers can't hear what's going on, and you don't want to make it too loud, otherwise they can't hear what you're saying. Just making sure that, yep, my microphone is turned up at max, so. Okay. We also ran into Yu Hen not long ago.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Keishin said that the Keishin would not wish ill on Rex Lapis.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Okay.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Only in the broadest of strokes.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost.
Oh, yeah, that... I've heard of plenty of people who have made that mistake before. Just recently, I was trying to live stream, but I forgot that I had turned off my mic, so Flory was like, "Hey, I can't hear you."
In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tibet. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war.
Okay.
Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue.
Yeah,
But
definitely,
the Order of the
definitely
Seven
got
will
our
not collapse
stories.
simply because of that.
Whew.
Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Why hide the Exulia then?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Uh, I mean, hey, they've got to eat at some point, and I mean, if they work at a restaurant, they probably eat the food at that restaurant. So, believe me, there have been much. I have said much uh, worse things. I have said you two to much worse things before, so. uh, it's also kind of funny, like. Uh, yeah, so sometimes I'll like say to a customer. I work retail, and sometimes I'll say to a customer, "Have enjoy the rest of your shopping," and they'll be like, "You too." I'm like, "Okay," even though I don't always shop there, but yeah, it was funny. Is it him?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
What, am I supposed to be suspecting, oh, what's his name? I mean, I know the spoilers about his real identity, but...
What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Oh, wow.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Is that what I think it is?
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Liyue's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets.
Indeed.
But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust.
She definitely sounds like a schemer, but not necessarily one that you should distrust.
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Well, between your orthodoxy and her heterodoxy.
You'd pick Kuching?
What?
I had a feeling.
Okay, are the texts like switched or something?
I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
I surmise that the Fatui has a hand in these rumors.
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, The Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Wait, she said I. She said I. She didn't say Paimon. She said I.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a gift
And she's back to
gets
Paimon.
a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Seriously, Paimon? Seriously?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for. Let's grab one, the biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
Ningguang is clearly trying to steer us there.
Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then?
No, what I mean
So
is...
you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves.
That makes sense.
That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Okay. Up. Hi. All right. I am gonna go get something to drink. I will be right back. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Nice glass of apple juice. They seem to be going the long way.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
I'll protect us.
Oh my.
Let's end this quickly.
Bet you can't keep up with me. No escape. Tired.
Okay, hey. Maybe I should have done the Rite of Ascension yet. I wanted to actually get some experience from, oh boy.
Come on, we can do it. Go, go, Baron Button.
Now you're not going anywhere.
Oh my.
Let it rain.
Flash free, chill to the bone.
Almost.
Must keep
Sheesh.
Ma-da-da-da-da.
Oh. Yeesh! Okay, it's time to fall back. No.
brace you there.
Let's move.
Let the show be.
This was well done. I must correct myself. Roasting fry. This was well done. You need to hurry up. With the wind. Roasted fry.
Okay, okay. Fall back, fall back. Sheesh. What sort of enemies are those guys?
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Well, I am not going to be able to do that. Okay. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to stop following the campaign here. So, you know what? Hold on. Carmen Day, A Chapter, Act 1. Carmen Day Chapter? Oh, there we are. Okay.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Whew. Hello. I'll cook. Whew. I'm gonna need a lot more poultry. Oops.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else.
I had an imaginary friend too when I was a kid.
What? You mean you used to act like that
Yeah, I called her my sister. I'm sorry.
So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination?
Imaginary means in your imagination.
Imaginary. Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say so? So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them?
Well, we don't hang out anymore.
Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up?
Tragically, yes.
Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend too?
Sure they do.
No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Tone-deaf Bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
A monocle equipped with some sort of detector?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called an Inezuma detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some other reason for it. If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
Yeah, seems like they're best friends.
Huh, so it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size.
Your eyes are almost the same size. How would what?
Alright then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like.
Little do we know, they're all ghosts.
Floaty-headed, you know? Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
Yeah, no one has imaginary friends. Everyone's just haunted. Hey, Flora.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Okay.
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
Hi, can I ask you a question?
Sure. How can I help?
Who's your friend?
Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures. I think his name was Stanley.
I think we've met Stanley.
Stanley's an adventurer, and you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The Amazing Adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Okay.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
This is either gonna be very wholesome, or very sad, or both. This was not what I was expecting.
No way!
I was kind of expecting his imaginary friend to be his runaway dad. Or disappeared dad. One of the two.
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard?
I've heard of guardian angels, but come on.
Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Come on, it's time to say the line.
Paimon has a favorite line?
The one about exploring the area ahead of us later?
Seriously? Oh, alright then. How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Okay.
Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
Why is it... Okay.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Okay, there's a bit of beef going on here.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one, unmistakable in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
Seems adults are the same everywhere.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon for one never wants to...
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check.
So who are we checking now?
How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
Hold it. Faster. Oh!
Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Ellen is really determined to become a knight. Or...
So she's so determined to become a knight that she... Okay, that's kind of weird.
Hmm? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
I believe you'll succeed, Ellen.
Thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Go, Pip! Shame. Didn't manage... How can I smash all these training dummies at once? So that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me?
Who's Jack?
He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari.
Temple of the Lion? Sure, I missed that place.
Great! Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, better, Looks like I'm gonna have to replace you with a cryo.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Brace yourselves.
on my nerves.
Okay, I'm gonna change something real quick. Replace him with a healer.
Let the wind lead.
Him with an ice.
This will be interesting.
I'll take care of it.
Barbara.
I'll protect us.
Couple nice dishes for you. Okay, now we go.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing.
Not to worry. Allow me.
We didn't bag all the loot last time.
Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Looks like we can't go any further.
I'm doing things so fast to try to get back to where I was that the game was lagging behind.
Here we go.
Brace yourselves.
Don't get frostbite.
Let the show begin.
Think you can get away?
Okay, that's a pretty cool ultimate.
Hey, are those guys?
Bet you can't keep up with.
That's what I meant to.
Let's dance.
Ah! Out of the way. Over here. Out of the way! Leave me alone so I can deal with some people.
No one escapes my sight. Time for takeoff.
Sheesh. There, warm up the place a bit. Hello.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Your accent is not anything like the rest of Mondstadt.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Stanley, what do you think?
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great explorer and legend of Mondstadt. In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
Nope.
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Your attitude's...
Oh boy.
As maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mare Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more.
Okay,
Gentle
oh,
breeze
nope, there you go.
turned away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure.
What the?
Whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows.
I have never seen something like that happen before.
That's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions. Like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
After the stream, I've got some stuff I need to do. But thanks for the invite.
Ready, steady, go!
Take me back.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Let's dance.
What? 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 All I'm doing is trying to heal somebody. And it kicks me out.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further. We didn't bag all the loot last time.
Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Not to worry, allow me.
So sorry.
Go, go, bear! Keep back! Get him!
Let the show be...
No one escapes my sight! Here we go! What? Think you can get away? Let it rain.
I'll protect us.
Have a good one, Galaxy.
loosening time.
No one escapes my sights. Go, go, Barret Bunny! I'll race you there.
Keep back! Keep back!
Hey, are those guys? Faster.
Let it rain.
Keep back!
I was so
To be fair, so...
Yes.
Actually,
Ellen has a message.
Oh, I saw.
whoa.
Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back?
In which case?
Okay.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of
Yeah, I think we got that.
your attitude says you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mandravari.
Enough already. Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth.
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Where was
You and your partner reached the Merjavari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
I? Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Merjavari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more, where the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's good.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Merjavari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
There we go.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Wait. Huh.
What? Stanley
seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
It fits Stanley's description of himself.
You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own self? Interesting idea. But is it true?
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Why did he abandon them in the wild?
I don't know. Outstanding individuals always come with their quirks, right? If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so... selfish. But, I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Alright then.
Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
Venti thinks of wine.
Let's dance. Why would he abandon something like that in the middle of a Hilichurl camp? Oh, there it is. Let the show begin. Hey, that bunch of Hilichurls! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely!
Oh, so sorry.
Keep back!
Ink! Let's dance.
No escape! Go, go, Baron Bunny!
La 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 la.
Keep back!
Let the show begin.
Hey, get him! No one escapes my sights! Lo and behold, the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would Hilichurls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these Hilichurls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic, I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Animo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt City. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
Excellent
You're right.
recovery.
You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the Sword of Brilliant Valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Daruopa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves passed by is all.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Oh boy.
Bet you can't keep up with... Go, go, Baron Bunny! Bet you can't keep up with me!
Oh.
Lo and behold, the shield of magnificent honor.
Uh.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield, though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
I disagree with all these statements here.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body language.
Film plot data.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Kucha pupu gusha ye? Oh.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Venti Sinson, you give shield, okay?
Well, if you insist.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiate.
Mexican plata? Money ya! Money tata.
Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! Aw, I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, bud? Fancy that, huh? You,
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
I'm starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with Hilichurl. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
What's gonna happen to Jack when he brings it to his parents, and either his parents will be like disbelief and not believe him when he says it, in which case he will just get beaten down more. If his parents believe him and then they take it to the church, and this is just bad situation all around.
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Oops. Nope. Clock.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on.
Take it back, Allie. I shouldn't get caught by alcohol.
Hmm.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
He's not Stanley. Stanley saved him. Oh.
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
There's another Stanley.
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Mare Javari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Now, are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing to that?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all. And my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
His whole life he's been drowning in guilt.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Oh.
I can't believe it.
Oh, that was a touching scene.
Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down, but I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember?
Uh-oh.
I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
I think I know where, possibly. Hey, Luke. Yep. As I expected. Oh, I did not expect it to be that high though.
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere.
No, we didn't.
So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet.
Huh?
It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy, not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Same situation as with Stanley's friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing, Paimon.
Paimon, go pick us a couple of apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Oh, so peckish.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Oh, wow, that... I think that'll be, the end of the stream. Just gotta... drop some wishes. Diana! I got another new character. Okay, that sounded adorable. I think I'll be saving these ones for the next page with the new character. What's her name? I don't know. The new fire archer girl. Alright. Let's Alright. Well, troops, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Galaxy, Flory, and Ippy for stopping by. It was nice to say hi to you guys. This has been a very nice video, or nice stream. I especially this whole adventure with Venti, that definitely had some emotional parts. Kind of funny how we went on a tangent looking at people's imaginary friends, and then that whole leading up to that whole story with Stanley. That was really cool. Anyway, troops, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all later. Bye.